what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing Dondozo EX with Ludicolo as well as Heroescape to make a 400 HP basic Pokemon. And we're also going to be playing it with Munkidori to move off the damage we tank with Dondozo EX. So let's jump right into it and see if Dondozo can actually tank a couple hits in the TCG Live rank ladder. Dondozo is a basic Pokemon with 260 HP. It has two attacks. The first attack, Avenging Billow, does 30 damage and 10 more for each damage counter on this Pokemon. And the second attack, Dynamic Dive, does 120 damage for 4 energy. You may also deal 120 more damage. If you do, this attack also does 50 damage to itself. So Dondozo is able to hit pretty hard if it has a ton of damage on it. That's why we're pairing it up with Ludicolo. Ludicolo says all your Pokemon in play get 40 more HP, so Dondozo will actually have a 300 HP. And with the help of Bravery Charm and Heroescape, we can actually boost it up to 350 as well as 400 HP. Our draw engine for the deck is Zoroark EX. Zoroark EX has the trade ability that allows you to discard a card from your hand, and if you do, draw 2 cards. And since we are playing a sort of tank build with Munkidori, I decided why not throw in an Zoroark in there as well as a Reshiram, since Zoroark can also maybe tank a hit, then smack back with powerful rage through Reshiram. So Zoroark, of course, we need some kind of draw engine, is a pretty decent draw engine to have in here. That's why I ended up choosing it, since Powerful Rage kind of had the same attack as the Avenging Billow from Dondozo. We're also playing a 2-1-2 Baxcalibur line. We need to attach the energy somehow. I wanted to just play Crispins, but I did feel like playing only Crispins was a little too inconsistent, since we also need to charge up our Munkidoris with Darkness Energy, of course, to use that Adrenabane ability to move 3 damage counters from one of our Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. We're playing a 1-0-1 Ludicolo line, since you only need one Ludicolo in play, and it's not always necessary, and we do play Rare Candy, of course, so that's why I only choose to play one. And we're, of course, also playing Fezandipiti. That's basically the Pokemon. Our game plan with this deck is pretty simple. Throw a Heroescape on Dondozo, try to get a Ludicolo established, maybe as a Baxcalibur as well, a couple Munkidoris, and just start swinging with Dondozo. Tank a hit, move some damage off, and swing back with Avenging Billow or Dynamic Wave. That's basically the deck. Like I just said, Heroescape is our ace spec. This is one of our most important cards in this deck. The Pokemon this card statue gets 100 more HP. So Heroescape is very important. It can make Zoroark a almost 400 HP Pokemon. It makes Dondozo a 360 HP Pokemon, and if you have Ludicolo, also 400. And you can also make Zoroark a 420 HP Pokemon if you have Ludicolo in play, so don't forget that. We play one Ents Castle since, yeah, we kind of have to have an extra pivot option. This is a very important card if you start with Reshiram or Zorua. That's going to be a pretty good way to switch out. We're playing one Turo since, yeah, Maractus is being pretty popular right now. So having a Turo scenario to pick up one of your Pokemon is pretty important. We have 4 Rare Candies. We play 2 Bravery Charms since it gives our basic Pokemon 50 more HP, which is pretty strong. We're playing 1 Super Rod. Recovery is pretty important to shuffle back our Zoroark, or maybe our Munkidoris is very important. Then we have 1 Superior Energy Retrieval. I mean, yeah, just getting back 4 energy can charge up an entire Dondozo with 1 Superior Energy Retrieval and a Baxcalibur in play if you have an energy in this card, so that's also pretty good. We're playing 2 Earthen Vessel to get our energy. We're also playing 1 Rescue Board and a TM Evolution with 3 Ultra Ball. We have 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffin. We have 3 Nest Ball. We have 1 Boss's Orders, 2 Iono, 2 Arven. That's it for the straightener lineup, and then for our energy, we have 4 Darkness Energy and 6 Water Energy. So full list will be on screen right now. Before we get into our first match, if you want to be in my next episode of You Name It and I Played, let me know down below what card or deck you might want to see, and maybe I'll check it out for my next episode. And on another note, I made a fan Discord server, so if you want to join that Discord, link to join the Discord will be down below. Alright, and with that, let's get into our first match. Looks like we will be going first, and it looks like we're playing some kind of Festival Yan Mega deck, which is pretty sick. Maybe it's Hydrapple, it might be. We have a pretty decent head. Let's play Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Let's get a Frigibax as well as a Zorua. We did price our Heroescape, which is quite unfortunate, but for now this is fine. We do have a couple Bravery Charms in there as well. We could play a Nest Ball. Let's play a Nest Ball. Let's get a Munkidori out. Let's attach an energy to our active Dondozo. And that's pass. We have a pretty good hand. They're probably going to Itchy Pollen, so Rare Candy Baxcalibur is probably not anything we're going to see next turn. If we find an energy, we can just Avenging Billow for 30 damage and knock out the Budu next turn, though. That's a pretty solid first prize lead, I'd say. We have a rescue board. Probably going to attach that to Frigibax or Munkidori just to give it free retreat. In this case, maybe Munkidori or just hold on to it. We'll see next turn, I guess, depending on what our opponent does. He's going to play Buddy-Buddy Poffin, get a Dunsparce as well as a Yanma. Yeah, so Yanmega, not able to knock out the Dondozo in one hit. So, yeah, this should be a pretty interesting matchup. Let's see, let's draw for turn. There's a Turo scenario that's not going to do anything. I think I'm going to attach the rescue board to Munkidori and just Iono. Pray we get an energy, that would be pretty good here. Like I said, getting the first prize, that's something. In this scenario, I think I just want to go for Team Evo, though. Team Evo seems a little better. I don't think they're going to be able to knock out Dondozo next turn. I think I'm just going to Team Evo, evolve up to Zoroark, as well as get a Arctibax in here. So, I mean, our hand isn't great. But regardless, if we find Baxcalibur, that would be nice. But even if we don't, then we still have an Arctibax, you know, in play ready for whenever we do find it. And the first prize, I don't think it's that important over setup. That's a pretty bad Dipplin. I don't know why he's playing this one during your play next for final damage. Oh, wait. We kind of lose to that Dipplin. Yeah, there's the Yanmega. I don't know, I think they should, yeah, they are playing it with Hydrapple EX, that has to be it. That's a pretty cool way to power up Hydrapple EX, I gotta say. Love the innovation. Just attaching 3 extra energy with Yanmega is 100, it's like 90 more damage, I think it's 30 plus 30 for each one in play, so 90 more damage is pretty sick. So, and then still attaching energy with energies with hand as well as the ability. He kind of cooked with this one. He's gonna be doing 210 damage. Yeah, we won't be able to one-hit it back, which is quite unfortunate. Yeah, he swung with 210 damage. We found another Munkidori, which I guess is nice. Okay, let's trade away Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Let's draw 2 cards. There's a Ludicolo. Not really gonna do anything for us. And Zoroark is also pretty bad in this match. Let's Nest Ball for Lotad. I don't really want to clog up the bench. Maybe I should just get a... let's get Lotad. He's a chill guy. Alright, let's swing with Avenging Billow for 250. We're gonna be 30 damage short. Which is unfortunate, but if we tank a hit with Dondozo on a following turn with another Dondozo, then we can just move 3 damage off the Dondozo onto the Yanmega. So I'm not worried about it right now. Maybe we can establish Ludicolo next turn. That would be pretty sick. Giving all our Pokemon 48 more HP would be pretty nice. We only have 1 energy in hand. If they knock out the Dondozo, we will be able to flip the script, draw 3 more cards with trade as well as our draw for turn. That does mean we are going to see at least 6 more cards. They will be buzzing boosting, yeah. Yeah, there's the Hydrapple. It's a pretty sick way to charge up Hydrapple's attack, I gotta say. I do really like it. Oh, it heals! No! That's actually crazy. Okay, that's so bad for us, though. That's not good. Completely forgot about it. Okay, he's gonna attach an energy. Yeah, he's gonna Jet Cyclone, take out the Dondozo. Hydrapple now is dealing 300 damage. So we would need a Dondozo with a Bravery Charm as well as a Ludicolo. No, not as well as a Ludicolo. The Lotad was a mistake. It was a pretty big mistake as well. Let's discard Reshiram. Let's draw 2 cards. There's a Rare Candy. Let's get a Ludicolo. Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. Shouldn't have done that, actually. Loki, Cruel Arrow the Yanmega on the bench, something like that. Yeah, this is just a pretty bad turn for us. Let's flip the script, draw 3 cards. Bravery Charm. Yeah, Arven. Let's Arven. Let's get a Earthen Vessel and a Bravery Charm. Let's get ourselves a Baxcalibur. Let's evolve. I think we will discard the Bravery Charm, get 2 more energy, and I think we're actually going to super cold onto the Fezandipiti here, which is pretty bad. Let's attach an energy to Fez, let's Bravery Charm, let's retreat, and let's swing with our 300 HP Fez, 100 on the bench Yanmega. I think this is literally the best we can do right now. We're going to take 2 prize cards, maybe find our Heroescape, that would be pretty nice. That's not even close. Yeah, okay, this is just a pretty bad spot for us. They are only 1 energy short of the knockout, so them not having it is like near impossible, I'd say. There's a Dunsparce, there's another Dunsparce, there's a Nest Ball, there's probably they're gonna get Fez, definitely. Yeah, them whiffing here would be, oh, there's an Applin. There's no way they have 2 cards in hand with no energy, right? They are doing 210 with this. They're doing 270 with this, right? Yeah, they should be doing 270. If they whiff, that would be pretty funny. But then even now that they might whiff, we're still not in a great spot. I mean, if we find a Darkness Energy, we could attach 1 to Munkidori, move 3 to Badoo, take a knockout out on the Applin. Maybe then? Oh, just gonna Itchy Pollen. Okay. Okay, sure. They're just hoping to find a let's trade a energy next turn. They might have the Dunsparce in hand. They probably do. There's a Darkness Energy though. That's pretty good. That's not really doing anything now though. Not that much. Not making that much of a difference. Okay, so super cold onto anything doesn't really matter. Let's an energy to Munkidori. Let's move 10 off of the Fez onto Yanmega. Maybe I should have, probably should have moved it to Applin. I think we're just gonna Cruel Arrow onto the Dunsparce here. Like this. Being item locked here doesn't really matter for us, so let's do this. There's a Heroescape. That could be pretty good here. And Zoroark is just like extremely bad here. They probably have the Dunsparce in hand. Let's see it. Oh, there's the energy. Alright. Well, there's still 1 energy short though. Still 1 energy short, so. Diplin. 1 card in hand. They're retreating into Yanmega, I think? Yeah. They're gonna search their deck for 1 more energy, or 3 more energy. I don't know if they have another switching card for Hydrapple, though. They don't. They're just gonna Jet Cyclone. Okay, that's also fine. They're gonna move probably 3 to this Diplin, I think. Hydrapple, okay. Okay, so we will be able to take 2 prize cards here. We're gonna KO the Budoo, KO the Diplin. We have an energy, we have Dondozo in hand, we have a Heroescape. Probably just need to find something like an energy retrieval. Discard the Rare Candy, not really useful now. Boss's Orders, that's not doing a whole lot for us. I think we're just gonna hold the hand, because Boss's Orders could win us the game later, I think. That's Adrenabrain. Move 30 off of the Fez onto Budoo, take a knockout. We find an Arven. I think we're gonna Arven, get a Earthen Vessel for next turn, or a Superior Energy Retrieval. Let's just hold the hand and Cruel Arrow onto the Diplin and take a knockout. Maybe I should have probably knocked out the Dunsparce, but yeah, let's hope they just don't have it. We find another energy. This could get pretty interesting. We have a pretty good hand. They're gonna retreat into Hydrapple. They're gonna take a knockout with Hydrapple on the Fez. They're just gonna swing like this. Then I think we win. Yeah, we definitely win here. We just promote Munkidori, bench Dondozo, attach the Hero's Cape, and knock out the Dunsparce on the bench, and that will be game. Alright, so a pretty, yeah, in my opinion, a pretty slow, suspenseful game. Yeah, whatever, I'm just yapping over here. We are gonna win here. Let's attach 1, 2, 3, 4 energy, done. Attach 1 to Munkidori, doesn't really matter. Let's boss up the Dunsparce. Let's retreat into Dondozo. And let's dynamic dive. Let's deal 120 more damage. And yeah, our opponent just concedes. Alright, so a pretty solid game 1. You did get to see the Dondozo and the Fezandipiti even, when all your Pokemon have so much HP. You can even tank a hit with Fezandipiti and take out smaller threats, so it's actually a pretty sick way to do that. So yeah, with that, let's get into our second match. Alright, looks like we will be going second. We have an okay opening hand. We have a Zorua, we have a Arven, and Reshiram. Yeah, we do have an energy as well as a Nest Ball. So we could TM Evo. Probably should have started with Reshiram actually. Ooh, it looks like we're playing against Ethan's Typhlosion. Ethan's Typhlosion will be capped at like 320, I think, max. Maybe with Black Belt. Oh, but with Black Belt Victini, maybe 330 if they play Max Belt as well. 380. Yeah, but that's never happening, I don't think. There's a Ethan Slugma. This might just be the starter deck, or like some kind of Ethan box. There's Latias. We're definitely gonna Arven for a Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Get ourselves another Zora, I think, as well as Frigibax, maybe. No, we're gonna just get Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Team Evo's prized. Well, rescue board then. Yeah. Let's get ourselves Lotad. Ludicolo's prize, so we will not get Lotad. We're just gonna get another. Was one Enzora prize as well? Wait, let's see. No, it isn't. Okay. Yeah, we also have 2 Zoroark in deck. That's nice. Let's just do this. Let's get Dondozo out in here. Dondozo, there you are. Alright. Attach rescue board. I think we will attach rescue board. Earthen Vessel, discard Reshiram. Reshiram is not that good right now. Maybe later on. Let's get a Darkness Energy and a Water. Let's attach Water and let's just end our turn here. You might actually just want to play a Budu in this deck, since you can actually increase your Budu's HP. Also with a Heroescape and Ludicolo, and make it a 170 HP single price basic item locking Pokemon that only does 10 damage. But with tanking and Munkidoris, you can actually, you know, maybe do more. I don't know. It would be pretty funny to do that. Maybe I should include it, or maybe you should include it if you try to play this deck. He's gonna play Ethan's Adventure. Get 2 Quilladin, Quilava. Yeah, Quilladin's the other stage 1, like the fat guy. Quilava and a Cyndaquil. He is gonna evolve it, so that's a pretty big sign he's not really attacking this turn. I think next turn we'd want to get Heroescape already, since Dondozo could get knocked out in one shot by Ethan's Typhlosion. So I think, yeah, they're just going to item lock us. We're just going to attach an energy to Dondozo. We're going to get the Heroescape. Maybe get like an Ultra Ball for another turn. I think we get an Ultra Ball for another turn. Let's get the Heroescape. Let's attach an energy to Dondozo. Let's just swing with Avenging Billow for 50 damage, I guess. Take a knockout, but I'm pretty confident in us not getting return KO'd. Oh no, 30 damage. Zora has the damage. Never mind. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Hey, there's Team Evo. Not that good right now, though. We won't get return KO'd. If yeah, there's like no way they return KO the Dondozo right now. They would need Black Belt, Hero's Cape, as well as 3 more Ethan's Adventure in the discard. I don't really see it happening. I mean, it could technically happen, I guess. I mean, there's a small chance though. No, Max Belt Max Belt and Black Belt, they can't even play a Ethan's Adventure then. There's no way that's happening. And if that probably isn't gonna happen, and when it doesn't, we just swing with Avenging Billow, taking a knockout, and probably want to get a Munkidori at that point. Attach an energy to the Munkidori, Ultra Ball for a and Zoroark. But at the same time, I don't want to discard the Spirit Energy Retrieval. I guess depends on what we top deck. We could also top deck something like an Iono. That would also be pretty good. There's Ethan's Adventure. There is the Typhlosion. Ooh, Macargo. That is, of course, also an option. But I don't think they would go for Macargo now. They don't have... no, they're definitely not going for Macargo right now. They don't have a Ho-Oh in play, so I don't know how they would even charge up the Macargo. And now they would also need to retreat the Typhlosion when the Quilava had, one retreat less, so... They're just probably going to swing with Buddy Blast. Melt away. What even is the ability? If this Pokemon has no energy, it has no retreat cost. Oh, that's pretty sick, actually. Never read it. Okay. That's a pretty good ability. We're going to flip the script. They have a pretty big hand. Going to attach an energy to Quilava. Yeah, they're going to Buddy Blast for 160. So no matter what, we're going to be able to knock out the Typhlosion. Not only because of weakness, but also because we're, just dealing enough. Let's Nest Ball. Let's get a Munkidori in here. Let's attach an energy to Munkidori. Arven is not that good right now. Okay, I think I am going to play Arven. But I'm really just like... I don't even know what to get at this point. I think we just get this and kind of just hold the hand. There's nothing much for us to do. Let's just Adrenabrain, move 30 off the Dondozo, I guess, onto Fez, maybe? Like this, and I don't want to discard the Ultra Ball, the Bravery Charm and the Evo, or the Bravery Charm. I mean, discarding this would be fine, but then I would probably, maybe I should get Baxcalibur, but then I don't have any draw. I'm just gonna hold the hand. I'm just gonna hold the hand, since if they, I'm not sure what I want to do next turn. So let's hold the hand. Let's just Avenging Billow. They might be able to take a knockout on the Dondozo this turn, though. That's pretty probable, actually. So the Dondozo might go down if they Ethan's Adventure one more time. They're gonna be doing 240, I think. Let me check. $220. Yeah, that will be enough. No, that won't. It won't be enough. They need to discard 2 more Ethan's Adventure, or get a Victini, or some kind of damage boost, damage output boost. Yeah, what was the word I'm looking for? Modifier. There's the Ho-Oh. Yeah, I don't think if they don't discard the other Ethan's Adventure, I mean, they could already have it in hand and Ultra Ball away, then they would be doing enough. But for the time now, it does look like there's flipped the script, though. Yeah, there's no way they don't have it. If they don't have it, I'm gonna be pretty shocked. If they do, I mean, that's just probably what's gonna happen. If they don't, yeah, I mean, that would be pretty good for us, though. Then we just move off 30 again onto Fez. We have 2 more cards in hand now. Or, I mean, 1 more with the card we're gonna draw for turn 2, I guess. Then we can get Zoroark or Baxcalibur into play, and yeah, move 30 onto the Fez again. Yeah, that would be pretty good. The Macargo also isn't able to knock out our Dondozo, so yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. If they don't, then taking another prize will be pretty sick. Slowly knocking out, slowly weakening the Fez. Yeah, they don't. Okay, so now we will be able to move 30 off the the Dondozo again. Ooh, Super Rod. Also a resource I don't really want to lose. Would I rather lose the Superior Energy Retrieval or the Super Rod? I think the Superior Energy Retrieval. So let's do this. I think we can discard the Bravery Charm. We have another one in deck. I'm gonna do it. Just because I want to get a Zoroark in play. At some point I kind of have to, you know. Let's do this. Let's trade away the Superior Energy Retrieval. A Dondozo, I guess. It's not too bad. Rather have found something like a Munkidori, but sure. Guess I'll bench Dondozo. Maybe I should already touch an energy to it. Let's Drain 30 off of the Dondozo onto the Fez. And let's just Avenging Billow for, what was it, 700 damage? That's pretty sick. They're probably going to come in with the Magcargo next turn, which is fine. Let's take a prize. There's our Rare Candy again. Again, not really too much going on in our hand. They just promote oh, they have free retreated cards because of Latias. Never mind. That makes sense. If we find another Munkidori and we tank another hit with the other Dondozo, this is gonna be a little tougher than I wanted it to be, since now we do have to find Baxcalibur as well as 2 more energy, 2 more water energy to actually knock out something like Magcargo. And at the same time, you kind of want to tank a hit with Dondozo the turn after, so we can actually start to like get, yeah, it's gonna be harder. A little tougher than I thought. A little tougher. I mean, with our hand now, yeah, we really have to draw something off the trade next turn, or top deck something like a supporter, or find a Fez. But I really don't want to bench Fez. I'd rather just keep the bench space open for another Munkidori. Ludicolo probably isn't going to be played this turn, so there's a Super Energy Retrieve on their side. Yeah, Magcargo is fully charged up. Do they have to discard all energy? No, it's up to. So the Magcargo has to go down next turn. That's for sure. Okay. They're gonna Superior Energy Retrieval, get 2 energy back. Okay. Yeah. Maybe putting all the damage on the Fez wasn't the optimal play. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. 2 more Ethan's Adventure back into the deck. I don't know why I'd ever do that. I guess they got rid of their Typhlosion line and were like, I might need them. I don't know. Yeah, they're gonna Lava Burst. Probably just take out the Dondozo. We don't have free retreat as well, so we have to remote Dondozo. And just pray. And just pray we just not whiff the energy. As well as the Baxcalibur. That's gonna be a pretty tough challenge. We might just promote the Munkidori, so we always have the option to retreat. Yeah, we probably should just do that. Let's do that. I'm guessing they're only gonna discard 1 energy. They're taking a very long time discarding energy. If they discard more, I don't know why they would ever do that. Yeah, they're just discarding 1 energy, taking the knockout on the Dondozo. There goes our big boy. Alright, let's promote Munkidori. Promote Munkidori. Let's see what our top deck is. An Ultra Ball. I mean, that's a pretty good top deck. Let's trade away a Rare Candy. I don't think we would need 2 of them. Let's see, we draw Baxcalibur. That's pretty good. And Castle is also pretty good. But at the same time, still need the energy. So we need to, yeah, we have to get Fez. Meaning we have to discard the Super Rod or the energy. I think we have to do this. So we have no recovery the rest of the game. I think it's actually just better to do this, but yeah, it's annoying. Let's let's do this. Let's get our Fez. We just need to find an Earthen Vessel, and then we should be fine. Flip the script. 1 energy, no Earthen Vessel. That's pretty tough. Bravery Charm onto Dondozo. But the Macargo is just able to knock us out, so we're definitely not going to promote the Dondozo here. I guess we move on to Fez again. I don't want them to knock out the Munkidori. Let's retreat into Zorua. Let's Super Cold once to Dondozo. Let's attach this here, and let's just end our turn. Let them knock out the Zorua. Hopefully not. Yeah, hopefully they don't have Bossors to knock out the Dondozo. Them knocking out the Dondozo here could be pretty problematic. We need to take 3 more prize cards. This turn we took none. Okay, so they're not gonna do that. They might have Counter Catcher though, so shouldn't celebrate too early. They might have Counter Catcher. If they do, that would be pretty cooked for us. They get 2 energy as well as a Slugma. They're probably gonna set up another Macargo. How do we win here? I think our game plan in this scenario would be get 2 energy, of course, for Dondozo. Take out the Macargo, or take out the Ethan's Ho-Oh. That would also be pretty good here. Knocking out the Ho-Oh would also be fine. There's the Victini. Since then we take 2 prize cards, the Macargo can't charge itself up that easily anymore. So a Boss's Orders would also be pretty decent. But we still have to find an Earthen Vessel before all that. We can see at least 6 cards with our top deck. I mean our draw of turn. Yeah, same. Yeah, we need to promote Dondozo here. We have to. We still have boss in deck, right? Yeah, we should have boss in deck. That's good. It's gonna be a little closer than I wanted it to be, since unfortunately we did with the attack. Putting damage on Fez might have not been the play. Maybe I should have put it on. I don't know what else I would have put it on though. Oh, we actually find boss. Now we just have to find an Earthen Vessel. We flip the script first. See 3 cards. No Earthen Vessel. We do find 1 water energy. I think we Nest Ball here. We also still have Ludicolo in our prize cards. Kind of debating on just getting... Now let's get Munkidori. Okay, this trade has to give me 1 energy or an Earthen Vessel. Let's discard the Frigibax. Let's see it. There's an energy. Okay, that's a lifesaver. Let's Super Cold onto the Dondozo. 1, 2. And the best part here is we don't have to deal extra damage to take a knockout on the Ho-Oh. We can just swing for 240, not deal damage to ourselves, and now pray the Macargo isn't able to do enough. No extra damage, just take a clean, let's take a clean knockout. And now we just have to take 1 more prize card here. There's a Ludicolo. We have Turo in hand. I think we should just be able to win this. We don't have any energy though. Like, we have 5 in play. We only have 2 more energy, like, in our deck / prize cards, and one of them is a water energy and one is a darkness energy. So if they knock out the Dondozo here, we're gonna have 2 different types of energy and no attackers. Macargo can only do 290, so Jamming Tower would lose us the game. Yeah, okay, they're gonna Lava Burst. I don't think they shouldn't be able to do enough, right? So then we just win here. Or am I overlooking something? I don't think so. Yeah, they're doing 290, so that means we just win the game here. Whew, that was a pretty close game. We actually find Iono. Okay, let's just Avenging Billow, deal 640 damage with Dondozo. So that was a pretty close game here. That will be the final match. Hopefully you enjoyed the video as well as the deck. Like I said, if you want to see a card or deck reviewed in the next episode of You Name It and I Play It, make sure to let me know down below what card or deck that might be, and maybe I'll check it out in my next episode. And if you want to join my fan Discord server, make sure to check the link down in the description down below and join the Discord. If you want to know if Zoroark is still good here even though Shaman is legal, check out the video right here and I'll see you there.